Hey guys, Marcinkin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so Global, and I assume JP, has gone ahead and posted the details for the next upcoming Dokkan Fest. And it is indeed a Lord Slug. So it's kind of funny because the video that I made the other day, talking about who will the next Dokkan Fest be, I mentioned Lord Slug, and the only reason I mentioned him was because I thought it'd be funny for them to actually make a Namekian like character to come out so that Nail's EZA would be usable after the weird issue with the part 2 Gohan and Piccolo obviously not being a Namekian character. But the funny thing is, for that to work, like I did say that Lord Slug would have to have a like Namekians as one of his leader skills, which he obviously doesn't. Well, I say obviously, we'll get into the details, but he doesn't have Namekians as a leader skill. He does, however, introduce a new category, Demonic Power. Now, this is one of the things I talked about in that video the other day, is with all the Daima stuff that's coming out, I was thinking about, you know, the speculation about a potential Dabura. Demonic Power, obviously now we know that from Daima that Namekians originally come from the Demon Realm. I'm going to assume that means that all Namekians are going to be on Demonic Power, which means that Nail will be on his team. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a look at what he does. He is an extreme STR character. You can see he has a domain as well. So yeah, we'll go ahead and check out what he does here, the animations and the banner unit as well. So Demonic Power in human deeds or movie bosses. 3 key 170, and then additional HP attack and defense 30% for terrifying conquerors or space traveling warriors. The funny thing about his leader skill is it just makes you wonder even more what the heck they were doing with that Vegeta, because the Vegeta, Scout Vegeta, was the first Inhuman Deeds 170 leader, but he was a really bad leader for that team. And then they're just going to release another Inhuman Deeds character like straight after him, who is a much better leader for that team, because he is a proper like extreme character. He has big bad bosses. So yeah, very interesting. I did make a thing very quickly to like show his 200% leader skill, but it's obviously only with the like the categories that exist in the game, so it doesn't include demonic ways. So it does show like some of the characters that will be on his 200% team, and honestly it doesn't look the craziest like from this, but we need to see who's on demonic ways as well, right? So if we go back to this, so his passive, Slug the Super Namekian, entrance animation, once only of course, attack plus 200% and reduce damage received by 33% for the rest of the battle, and creates the domain Earth Shrouded in Clouds for 3 turns from the character's entry turn when there are another 3 or more demonic power category allies on the team upon the character's entry. So it's interesting that they've done a similar thing they did with Int Broly, where obviously his domain activates straight away, so he's not in contention with some of the other domain characters we already have whose domains are obviously used later on in the fight. So that's interesting. 200% attack and reduced damage received 33% for the rest of the battle is pretty good. So then he has key 2, attack and defense 200%, reduced damage received by 33%. So obviously with his intro, that means he has 66% damage reduction. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. Additional attack and defense 50% with each attack performed up to 200. Foresees enemy super attacks within the character's attacking turn, starting from the turn in which he receives the 5th attack. So once he's been hit 5 times, he has a permanent scouter. Recovers 6% HP when HP is 66% or less at the end of the turn. Recovers 10% HP at the end of the character's attacking turn, and all allies key plus 2 while the domain is active. Okay, so if you're at 66% or less HP, he's going to be healing 16% HP at the end of the turn, and all allies key plus 2 while the domain is active. That's weird though, because at the end of the character's attacking turn... Oh, and is it just and all allies key plus 2? So while the domain is up, he gives all allies the key plus 2. He has an active skill, the Darkness Blaster, can be activated when HP is 60% or less or starting from the 4th turn. Massively raises attack temporarily and causes all damage. So he just has a damage active skill, which can be used HP 60% or less without any sort of turn restriction or just from turn 4. So that's really good. And then... what have we got here? It's just showing the links and categories, which is fine. The Darkness Eye Beam is his super attack, raise attack and defense, and do immense damage. And a great chance to stun. Okay, and then the Domain is Demonic Power, category allies and enemies, attack and defense 15%. Increased damage received by superclass enemies and allies by 10%. Plus an additional 15% for characters who belong to Earthbred Fighters. So superclass Earthbred Fighters enemies take an extra 25% damage when his Domain is active. So any of these events against like Gokus and stuff are going to be really, really good for this guy. So that's very interesting. And then we have the... So, but going back over his stats, right? So he has 200%... where is his attack and defense? Yeah, 200%. Then he builds up with each super attack up to another 200%. So he's going to have 400% attack and defense with 66% damage reduction. A permanent scouter after he's been hit 5 times. Heals at the end of the turn. Like, this guy seems good on paper, but like, not just that he seems good, but he dumps all over Vegeta from a great height, which is crazy considering they are like the back-to-back Dokkan Fests. Very, very strange. And then his banner unit are his minions, Anguilla and Medamacha. So these guys are obviously on demonic power because they lead demonic power or join forces for 130. Tag team of terror. I mean, their links are pretty terrible. They do have demonic ways and thirst for conquest and nightmare and fierce battle. So I guess it is what it is. Key +2 attack and defense 150. High chance to dodge. Additional attack that has a high chance to become a super. Extreme class allies key 1 30% defense plus an additional key 1 and attack and defense 30% for demonic power allies. So that means they give Slug 30% attack and 60% defense as well as 2 key. Additional attack and defense 40% up to 200 and chance to dodge 4% up to 20 with each attack performed. So they build up by attacking. Launch an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super starting from the turn in which they perform the 3rd super attack in battle. Launch an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super starting from the turn in which their character performs the 6th super attack, and then launches an additional super attack if the target enemy is stunned or sealed, or if there is an Earthbred Fighters category enemy. That's interesting. So they can get a bunch of additional supers after, especially after they've performed 6 attacks. They can get tons of extra attacks in one turn. And their super attack effect is to raise defense for 1 turn, supreme damage, seals super attacks, and recovers 6% HP. So if I'm reading this correctly, like once you've got past, what, 6 attacks, and if you had an Earthbred Fighters, even though it's a chance, right, because they get an additional attack that has a chance to become a super, they can get 3 additionals from their passive. So the first super, 3 additionals and hidden potential. On their best turn, they can super attack 5 times. And each time they heal you 6%. So it's like 30% heal if they super 5 times. That's pretty crazy. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at their animations here as well. So let me go ahead and pause the OST here. And then, yeah, let's take a look. I haven't seen these at all yet. So, yeah, let's check these out. Alright, so it's the banner unit. Yeah. Weird stretchy arms. I can't even remember the last time I saw the Slug movie. Interesting. Very random. Alright, Slug. So yeah, of course this is his intro, so of course it activates his domain straight away. That's cool. It's kind of funny. I'm guessing this is, yeah, his active skill, right?
What's wrong? Has your courage withered upon witnessing my true form?
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, that's his like damage dealing active skill. So yeah, there you go. That is the Dokkan Fest Lord Slug. He actually seems pretty good. Be interesting to see what the demonic power category ends up looking like. But yeah, he seems really good. Let's put this back on here just for the end. Yeah, seems like a very solid character. Again, when it comes to like whether he's worth summoning for or not, he is a good buff for extreme, right? He's got good links. He's on a lot of these categories, like he's on obviously an Inhuman Deeds leader, he's on movie bosses, terrifying conquerors, space traveling warriors. Like he's going to be very good on some of these teams. Very tanky, a lot of healing, and it seems like fully built up. Like not only will he be quite tanky, he should do relatively decent damage as well. He doesn't have any. Yeah, he has to launch an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super, so he does have a built-in additional as well. He only has to perform attacks and not super attacks in order to build up. So yeah, I mean, he seems really good. So be interesting to see. We should get the data download sometime soon as well. And then we will have a better idea of when he actually comes out. In fact, if we go back to... let me bring up... What's the easiest way for me to do this here? I can do this and then go... No, it's not going to be there, is it? I'm trying to think of the easiest way to bring up the home page here. Because, yeah, if the data download happens now... Because it is basically 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, and of course, if his leader skill is like all demons, yeah, someone just posted a thing. Meki Carbro will be on his team, and obviously he's getting his EZA this year. Demon King Piccolo, right? He just got his EZA, but wants to be run with a team full of extreme category characters, which we're obviously now going to have as well. But yeah, the data download I don't think is going to be happening right now. That's why I'm just double checking, because I saw this a bit late. I literally have stayed up till like 2 o'clock in the morning thinking that that's when the data download was going to be. And then yeah, I went on to check just before, only to see that all the stuff has been posted like at 1 o'clock in the morning instead. So I literally waited the whole extra like 45 minutes or so waiting for it to be 2 o'clock for no reason. I blame Minato. That's when he said the data download was going to be, so I blame him. But yeah, if we go back to... we have the thing here in the Dokkan info, which should show up in the news as well. New Dokkan event coming soon for Lord Slug. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I think he seems really good. I actually definitely am tempted to summon for him. Being a filler Dokkan Fest, quote unquote, because he does seem really good, but being the like smaller time celebration, I should say, Dokkan Fest, he should have the new pity coin as well. So yeah, he definitely seems like he could be quite a fun unit. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Are you tempted to summon for him? Are you saving? I know a lot of people in my community especially are saving to go all in for heroes, but let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.